No surprises seeing a Red Bull on pole here at the Principality, but the real surprise is that it's Pierre Gasly and not Max Verstappen, the golden child of Red Bull, shockingly only able to manage P8 during today's dry session. 2016 champion Stoffel Vandoorne will be occupying the space just to the side of Gasly and putting him in a good position to contend for the race win if McLaren can get clever with their pit stops. Sebastian Vettel is once again the leading Ferrari driver heading into the race this weekend, albeit from the second row of the grid, the first race of the season for Seb, where he'll start from lower than second place. Lewis Hamilton will have to be satisfied with 4th position and being the lead Brit for the race, as aarava was 300ths slower in 5th. Daniel Ricciardo once again seems to be struggling with single lap pace and seemed frustrated with his 6th place starting position. Rosberg couldn't out-qualify aarava on his return to Mercedes. He does seem like a man on a mission though, as he acquaints himself with the 2017 spec Silver Arrow. Rounding out the top 10 once again was the usual suspects of Magnussen and Giovinazzi respectively, perhaps proving that they might be deserving of a better car in 2018 as we get closer and closer to silly season.
What's going on, guys? Aarava here. Welcome back to my F1 MyDriver career mode, episode number 8 today of season 3 at the Monaco Grand Prix. If you missed the last episode out, the Canadian one, do go check the annotation in the top right card and check that out. A very, very tasty Grand Prix, and you can clearly see it by the title of the episode, so do go check that out. And also, I uploaded a video yesterday on the mid-season driver transfers for this season, so if you want to get caught up on all of that, then do go check that out as well. But I can't believe we're already at episode number 8. We've only got, if my maths is correct right now on the fly, 5 episodes left basically after this one of this season, which is pretty crazy and awesome. And it's just because I think it's flown by just because how awesome the season's been so far, and a big part of that's because of your guys' support on the videos every single time. It really does make up a large part of my enjoyment of the series, to see just you guys enjoying it in the comments and the likes. It is crazy that you guys keep on just smashing it every single time, so I can't thank you guys enough. So for the Monaco Grand Prix, the kind of usual strategy will be a 1-stop. We've done the 2-stop in the past in season 2, but I think this time round, you know, looking back at season 2, it didn't quite work, so I think I'm more inclined to try the 1-stop today. We've qualified alright. My new teammate Nico Rosberg's also qualified pretty okay, so we'll see what we can do. We should hopefully be able to challenge maybe the Ferraris and maybe the McLarens. Red Bulls may be out of the question, but we'll see what goes on. We've got 39 laps around the Monaco Grand Prix, the jewel in the Formula 1 calendar. We're away. 5 red lights, and Hamilton gets a good start on the left-hand side. Ricciardo gets a great start as well. My new teammate Nico Rosberg darting around behind me in the mirrors. We managed to go down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo into turn 1 now. We'll slot in behind Lewis Hamilton. So at the moment at the Monaco Grand Prix, it's Pierre Gasly still leading the way from Vandoorne, Vettel, Hamilton, then myself. We've got Rosberg and Daniel Ricciardo going side by side through the casino section. So Rosberg very punchy straight away, but here we are right behind Hamilton, and we'll try and make a move into Mirabeau. It's going to be close, not usually a place to really overtake, and it gets very, very close, and Hamilton just managed to squeeze through. If you do a double lock-up, and now Daniel Ricciardo goes down the inside of Rosberg into the hairpin. He taps the wall there, Rosberg, and he's trying to prove himself already in his brand new Silver Arrow, but now as we cut later on into lap 1, through towards the swim pool section, right behind Hamilton still. We'll close up through the chicane on the second part, right up Hamilton's gearbox. Do we dare make a move into Rasgas? Yes, we do! Lock up on the left tire, goes side by side through that section. We've touched a little bit. Hamilton wrestles his car around the outside, the final corner. I do not know how we just squeezed through that, but Hamilton very deservedly gets back into 4th place. Really put up a fight there and did well to keep around the outside, and we'll have to continue to try and fight. It looks like everyone is very punchy right now at Monaco. It's going to be a tough one, but here we go up the hill. Really good run, really good momentum as we go through to the left-hander. We've got momentum round the outside, right round the outside. Lewis Hamilton into casino, down to 2nd gear, and we're up into 4th place. So beautiful move there on Hamilton. Caught him napping a little bit going up the hill, and now we're up into 4th, and maybe we can now look at Sebastian Vettel in that Ferrari car, which doesn't have too much downforce compared to us, so hopefully we can try and close up on him. We have just done that through Rasgas. Through the final corner, we'll close up on Vettel even more onto the back straight, but it's only lap 3. No DRS available yet. On the next lap, we'll get it though, but as we come through across the line, we set the fast lap of the Grand Prix, and we are really closing up. It's surely just a matter of time and patience at the moment around Monaco, but it's going to be tough. I mean, I think we might have to maybe try and make another move like we did in Hamilton, or maybe try something audacious into Rasgas, but onto towards lap 4, you can see we're not close enough at Rasgas, but we are going to be close, maybe for a little bit of a look down the inside into turn 1. Let's see, we have a little look, but it's just not going to be enough. Vettel locks up a little bit, losing momentum though, but just not enough momentum off that final corner, not enough drive with the DRS, and yet again on the very next lap, again, we're just not close enough through Raskas. You can see the train forming behind us as Vettel is holding us up, but this time we're even closer. Can we do it this time? We have a better look, but still, Vettel, very good on the brakes, but he's lost a bit of momentum here. Can we try something up the hill at the exact same place we did on Hamilton? I feel like this is the best opportunity. We go round the outside, side by side with Sebastian Vettel on the swooping left-hander into Casino Square. Vettel, though, keeps it around the outside, so we'll go side by side down towards Mirabeau still, and he'll try and hang around the outside. Surely this isn't going to be it. Yes, we can. We squeeze it out, and we've got Sebastian Vettel, and now Hamilton will have a look around Vettel, but we're up into third place, and just classic Monaco scenario there. Just a lot of laps stuck behind the car where you just can't seem to get past, and then eventually you find a break. We had to take it. That was our one and only opportunity to get Vettel there, and we had to do it. But now as we move on towards lap 10, we've now got Hamilton, who's got past Vettel, barreling down towards us, down the inside into turn 1. He's got good momentum with DRS. We'll go side by side on the exit. We'll just about be ahead of him, but he sticks his nose on the right hand side and keeps himself in it. And now we have a bit of contact. I think we swerved a little, and he's up into third place. We're down to fourth, so Hamilton with a very swift move, and he's up into the podium positions at the moment. We've got plenty of laps left, 29 laps in fact, and so we'll try and keep on closing up on him on towards lap 12 through towards the swimming pool section. And can we try and make another move, I wonder, into Raskas, as yet again we get a great exit on that chicane. We're going to try it again. We go even tighter, double lock up. We tap his side pod. It's a move similar to Jules Bianchi did in 2014, but we've not really made it work. And Hamilton, yet again, on the final corner, has made it around the outside. He loves doing that, and he's really good at it. And he's kept it there in third place on lap 13, right up his gearbox into turn 1. Just not going to be able to make a move there. Just not possible. I just don't have enough confidence on the brakes into turn 1 today, it seems. But now onto lap 14. We try it down the inside of Mirabeau now again. We'll go side by side, but yet again I think Hamilton will get it just about. But no, we tap tyres. We're going to hang around the outside. Is he going to give us the room? No, he squeezed us a little bit into the wall. The hand goes up in anger. We're still side by side in this section, down into the little section towards the Monaco tunnel, and we'll just about squeeze him out, and we're back up into third place. But Hamilton gets good momentum off that corner because he takes a bit of a wider entry line into that kind of straight, and he comes round the outside of us into the chicane. He goes cleanly right round the outside, and he's got it back into third. So Hamilton doing work here at the Monaco Grand Prix to really stay ahead of us, and we're going to have to settle back down for fourth. And on to lap 16, you can see now the tyres are starting to wear out. I'm getting fed up right now. I think it might be time to make an early pit stop. Our team wanted us to pit on lap 18, but the tyres are really wearing out. I'm getting a little bit fed up. I think it's time. We'll just make an earlier pit stop, try and undercut Hamilton perhaps, and see how it goes. We're going to have to make something work, because at the moment, we're just getting held up by these cars, and at the moment, I think Van Dorn and Gasly must be like strolling away half a lap down the road, so we need to try something different. Onto the prime tyres. Probably our one and only pit stop today, so we're going to take these primes quite a long way, but, you know, as we saw at Canada, I was pretty good at taking those prime tyres quite a long way, so we should be okay about 2 laps earlier than our team wanted us to come into the pits for. So we're out now, and you can see a few Manor cars going through, and now we've got some Force Indias. Can we try and get ahead of that Force India? Otherwise, he's going to hold us up a little bit. And I think that's Perez. He's gone right past us. We're going to have to slot in behind. Thankfully, though, we're ahead of Esteban Ocon, so that's just one less car we have to try and pass, but we need to get past Perez very, very quickly, hopefully within this lap. And actually, we go around the outside. He squeezes us into the wall. Sergio Perez, what on earth are you doing? We go around the outside of Mirabeau. Are we going to make this stick? No, he's still going to keep it down the inside. Oh, we'll just about get it up into 16th place, but that was very, very close. But literally, as I said, we want to try and get that move done in this lap, but we immediately got it done in that sector. And now, oh boy, look who we've come up behind. Well, this isn't awkward. We've come up behind Pascal Wehrlein in the Manor, our old teammate who's been demoted. Is this how Max Verstappen felt when he came across Danica Fiat in the Toro Rosso? I wonder, because this just feels very, very awkward. We're right behind Pascal Wehrlein. He's got every right to fight me. Who knows how hard he is going to fight me. But at the moment, as I said, we need to get past all these cars as quick as we can. So here we go, right behind Wehrlein, and we'll go down the inside of Raskas, lock up a little bit, but we'll make it stick. He's got nothing to fight us with in that Manor car, and we're up into 15th place. But that felt very, very awkward, but right now we've got better things to worry about as we're behind the Renault, I think, of Kevin Magnussen. No, it's Grosjean up there fighting for 10th place, and now we've got right past Hamilton as Hamilton just comes out of the pits and we just get him there. So the undercut has worked indeed, and we're ahead of Hamilton, so good job for us to pit 2 laps early. And now we've gone right around the outside of Grosjean, tapped the wall a little bit. We'll just make it round as our car understeered a little bit to the right hand side, but we're up into 9th place. Hulkenberg is next, but hopefully he will pit in the next lap or two and we'll be fine. And now on to the very next lap. Hamilton, though, darting around. As you can see, Vettel there coming out the pits, or Ricciardo maybe, as we go down the inside of Hamilton, have to fight back, and that's Verstappen, and he's just come out the pits, and we'll just get around him. We're up into 4th place, but look who it is, Nico Rosberg in 3rd place ahead of us. He's jumped all of us. He's done an overcut, or whatever the opposite is of an undercut, and he's completely duped all of us. So through swimming pool later on in the Grand Prix, trying to catch up to our brand new teammate, the German Nico Rosberg, and he's jumped all of us. Me, Hamilton, Verstappen, Ricciardo. Really good job by Nico there, and inspired really. I think probably the fact that we got caught up in the little traffic. Hamilton also was right behind me. Verstappen there had to go a little bit slow. And so now we're tasked with trying to overtake our teammate around Monaco with 15 laps to go. And, you know, it was a challenge trying to overtake that Ferrari of Vettel earlier on. And, you know, as we said before, the Ferrari is a bit inferior to our car around Monaco with the downforce we've got on the Mercedes. So this is going to be a bit more of a challenge for us to try and overtake Nico. You can see I got a poor exit off that turn 1. And also we had DRS. We didn't really close up enough. So it is going to be quite a fair match as we come through onto lap 29 now. 5 laps later, and only now have we really caught up to Rosberg, right through Raskas, right up his gearbox in 2nd gear. Can we just get a good exit through the final corner? We'll try our best. We've got a pretty decent one, actually. We'll open DRS, but look at that, just Rosberg able to pull away a little bit more than the Ferrari did last time, and we can't make anything turn 1. We're way too far back to even attempt or think about a move there, so we're going to have to hang back and forth at the moment. Verstappen behind us in 5th. I'm sure Hamilton and Ricciardo right behind him, trying to chase him down. At the moment, I think Pierre Gasly still leads the way from Van Dorn, so both of them doing a really good job. You can see in the mini-map, there's a huge gap to the next car on track from Rosberg, so they're really off of the distance. In fact, we got held up by Vettel for, like, what was it, about 5-6 laps at the beginning. Really did not help us in this race. I feel like if we didn't get held up that much, we actually could have been right up there, perhaps with Van Dorn and Gasly, but, you know, that's just how it works at Monaco. Sometimes you do get held up there, but as you can see onto lap 34, we're still struggling to really get past Rosberg or even really close up to him that much. And as we go towards Casino, we're getting good run finally through on lap 34, but just you can see there's just no way, there's no place I can make the move. We're getting close, we're setting our best sector yet in sector 1, but there's just no place to make the move. It's just the classic frustration of Monaco, just unable to pass him. And now onto lap 35, you can see in the mini-map there's a huge gap to Rosberg now, and we've actually got a bit of an issue here. You can see we make a huge lock-up on the right-hand side on our right tyre, and now breaking away from the kind of immersive commentary I try to do on these videos, talking to you guys seriously about what was actually happening in-game right now. A bit of a weird situation. I suddenly started to feel like my car or pedals weren't working properly, and the car felt very, very understeery in a few corners here and there. And you can see I start to change camera because I was trying to figure out if the car was doing this weird thing that I know is a glitch in F1 2015, where essentially there's this glitch, handling glitch. I'll link to it in the comments below. I think Noble29909 did a video about it once. There's this glitch where the suspension and the tyre pressure start to go a little bit funny, and your car basically starts to kind of get unbalanced and swerve around, and I feel like I may have got this glitch because I thought it might be my pedals being a bit kind of sticky, but it wasn't the case. The brake pedal was working fine and the steering wheel was all fine, so I'm not too sure. I'm pretty much sure that I got this handling glitch, and that meant that I was actually really, really slow. And on to the second last lap of the Grand Prix, Verstappen tries to go around my outside and do well to outbrake him, and Hamilton nips down the inside cheekily, and he's up into 5th. But at the moment, we've got one more lap left to go on lap 39, and we have to try and hold this through. But at the moment, Pierre Gasly's won the Grand Prix. You can see the huge lock-up on the right. We've got major issues. We need to just try and hang this through for 4th place. But at the moment, Gasly will win it. Van Dorn 2nd. My teammate Nico Rosberg in 3rd place, and will hopefully come through in 4th. But you can see Hamilton, Verstappen, Ricciardo right up our chuff, and they could make a move. We just get something wrong. We get another tank slapper on the exit through this into Raskas. Nice and slow lock up yet again. Even though we're in 1st gear, we're locking up because our car is just out of balance due to this glitch. And we come through the final corner though. Thankfully, we'll come through for 4th place at the Monaco Grand Prix. A frustrating end to what could have been quite a tasty one. I felt like even with perseverance, we could have maybe tried to overtook our teammate for 3rd place, but it just wasn't meant to be, and we have to settle for 4th. But yeah, really frustrating Grand Prix. You know, the start of it, we had nothing wrong with our car. just the classic Monaco thing of we couldn't overtake cars, you know, because it's Monaco. And then we get this handling glitch, which was really, really annoying. I paused the game in between lap 34 and 35, tested out my brake pedal. There wasn't any issue there, so it really was this, I think it was this kind of weird handling glitch, because the car, it's hard for me to explain it for you guys to kind of understand it, because obviously it's a thing you feel within the steering wheel, but basically the car would just kind of be very, very floaty, very, very odd. I've never experienced it before, but it is a legitimate glitch in the game that I think is what I got. If it's not, maybe one of you guys have had a similar glitch that maybe you can let me know about, but that was very, very odd. But anyway, either way, still 4th place and 3-4 for us as a team. Really solid job, but Pierre Gasly wins the Grand Prix, Van Dorn 2nd place, so at least it wasn't Ricciardo and we finished ahead of him. So guys, if you have enjoyed that video, smash that like button, let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're around here, and subscribe for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. I'll leave you with the post-race interviews, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Difficult race for you out there today. Being Monaco, it was always going to be difficult to pass, but your issues at the end seemed pretty serious. Any word on that?
Yeah, we're not fully really sure on what actually happened at the end, so we're going to have to kind of look into that. The car felt very, very odd. Really loose on the rear and then suddenly loose on the front, locking up on the right tyre every single corner pretty much on the last lap. So it was, I'm actually quite happy to be able to keep 4th place. It could have easily been whatever, it would have been like 7th place if the cars behind us overtook us. It was quite a train, so yeah, very, very happy actually to keep 4th in the end, because it could have been a lot worse. And just 3rd time in a row really where we've had something go wrong. I mean, it's not the same as the last two where we span and had a crash, but still another issue. So hopefully we can finally have like a clean race to say, you know, that nothing happens to us next race.
It's only been one race, but your new teammate has already beaten you and scored more than your old teammate. Good decision then by the team?
Yeah, yeah, he's done the job really. I think we're all quite surprised at how fast he's adapted. I mean, of course, when you're coming down from a car that has less downforce to a car that's got more, I think it's a bit easier to adapt. But still, he has to, you know, work out, you know, everything, familiarize himself again with how everything is done at Mercedes. So he's done well this weekend, especially all places like Monaco, to come through and get the podium. Of course, I think we could have maybe had him if it weren't for the issues, but fair play, you know, you just sometimes get the luck of the draw, and he's come through and he's got a podium in his first race here, and he's already outscored what, you know, what we had before on the other side of the garage. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it's going. You know, great morale in the team straight away, especially that side of the garage. Great morale booster for them, and I think generally the mood in the team is a lot happier now in terms of moving to the second half of the season. We're all feeling very confident that we can try and pull this back, and if we continue getting 3-4s or even better, hopefully, maybe next race, and then we'll see after that. I think we'll be in a really good position to try and fight the constructors as much as we can. We're quite down on Red Bull. They're looking very, very strong. You know, when, you know, they don't have any issues like Pierre had today, then they're clearly a step above the rest, really. So it's going to be difficult, but yeah, it's good to have him in the team.
Up next, we go to Singapore, a new track to the calendar, being another street circuit. Do you feel confident that you guys will be strong again against Ferrari?
Yeah, I do feel confident. As I said, we should be hopefully looking for more than a 3-4 next race, maybe, or we might just be looking for the same thing again. But clearly, Ferrari have also themselves admitted before this race weekend that they're lacking a little bit of downforce, which is something we've never lacked. But after Singapore, it'll be a different story again. They'll be right back up there when we get to more circuits where the straight line speed and just general balance of the car depends a lot more. So we have to be opportunistic about where we're getting these points, which will be next race again. Mclaren looks strong, so hopefully we can just try and challenge them again like we did today. We got ahead of one of them. Van Dorn looked really strong out there. Hamilton struggling a little bit, so hopefully we can try and do the same in Singapore, but who knows. It's as you said, a new track for the calendar, so not too sure how the racing is going to go and how our car's going to handle that circuit, so fingers crossed.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Alright, cheers.